Well, we're back in Walnutport, and we're going to continue our canal walk down the opposite way. Let's see what we can find.
You know, the great thing about these canals is that it's always a great walk.
They really are. Earl F. Schneider Park. One thing, you were never bothered with insomnia. You rose about 3:30 a.m. and you wouldn't retire until 11 p.m. A canal, a boat, and a team of mules. A bygone way of life. These canal boats back in the time held up to 100 tons of anthracite, which is hard coal, within their hull. And see, this man is sitting here on the bench, enjoying the canal. The way it was meant to be. And look at those houses. That's their view. And if you remember, we got the Lehigh River on that side. These guys are making a lot of noise this morning. Oh, he's running away from me again. And here comes his friends. A few miles above Easton, the Lehigh was pocketed with white water at almost every turning. To navigate, it seemed impossible. Pennsylvania's anthracite laid entombed within isolated rugged mountain valleys, north and west of the turbulent Lehigh River. Anthracite spelled money to those who knew of markets downstream, but low-cost transportation challenged prospective coal barons. By the beginning of the 19th century, eager businessmen struggled toward a solution. Well, here they come back. Hello, Shadow. This picture's a little hard to see, but it's a picture of the powerhouse between the canal and the river north of Main Street in the early 1900s, Walnutport. And when the canal was drained, or when the river was in flood, there was no electricity. Boy, these are some big ducks. And that's a pretty inviting bench. Pretty cool. So, we've done a few videos on the Lehigh Canal, and we were down this way. So now we're going in the opposite direction, this way. And let's walk down here a while and see what we can see on this side. And let me just turn off here. This is the Lehigh River. And there's a little building down there. I can't get down there. That's made out of blocks with a tube running in it. Hey, Chris. People threw their pumpkins right in the canal.
Yeah, I see it. From Halloween, probably.
Well, of course, but it's not where you should throw them.
Nope.
You know what happiness is in the morning? Yep, you're gonna say jelly sandwich, right? You're right. It's good. But that's not the only thing that's good in the morning. It's all of this. All of this. And these ducks are following me because I gave them some of my bread on my jelly sandwich. I made friends. Well, we're coming up to a bridge here. Chris? Hey, you got a sandwich too, but it's not jelly.
Yep, it's meat.
You got a ham sandwich. To me, that's not happiness in the morning. These ducks are very vocal this morning. Listen to them. And another view. Oh my goodness. What is the matter, guys? Well, let's go on the top of this bridge and just get the view from up there. Ooh, it's windy. Take a look at all those ducks that are making all that sound. That's the one side. And this is the other side. Oh, what a view this morning. Stream gauging station. Chris, you don't seem as happy today.
No, that's because yesterday I was at the store. A woman hurt my feelings. She told me to get out of her way. I was like a doer.
Oh, Chris, that's awful. Well, you know what you do with people like that? You pretend that they're a piece of sandpaper. And sure, you might get rubbed and scratched, but in the end, you're going to wind up polished and shiny, and they're going to wind up to be nothing. So there's my advice on that. Just think of them as a piece of sandpaper. It's good advice. It really is good advice. Chris, our shadows follow us everywhere.
If they do.
Yeah, Chris, some people are just rude, you know? I'm sure you're not a door. You can't take up the whole width of an aisle in a store. She probably was just in a rush and mad and took it out on you. So, like I said, don't get upset about things like that. And just move on. And know that some people are like that. That's pretty with that branch hanging over the path. And I think we left the ducks behind. And there's some kind of building over there. I'm not sure what it is. And they actually call this the D&L Trail Spur. But it is the canal. And in case you don't remember, from the other tapes I've walked on the Lehigh Canal. The Lehigh Canal was built and maintained by the Lehigh Coal and Navigational Company, and it was completed in 1829. The canal's main purpose was to transport coal downriver from the coal mines of northeastern Pennsylvania and bring goods upriver from the ports of Philadelphia and New York. Measuring 46 miles in length, the Lehigh Canal started just above Munchunk, which is present-day Jim Thorpe, and continued south to Easton, where it joined the Delaware Canal. Construction of this canal was all done by hand, using pickaxes and shovels. Can you imagine that? To compensate for the difference in elevation from start to finish, 52 locks were incorporated in the canal's design. In 1942, most of the canal was destroyed by a flood, which ended its 113 years in use. I can't get over that this was all done by hand. Can you imagine that nowadays? A lot of blood, sweat, and tears, I bet you would, in this. Well, there's a few little rapids. So right here you have the Lehigh River, you have the towpath, you have the canal, and then the railroad tracks are just right above there. Right up there. And you got the beautiful mountains in the back. Shagbark hickory. Alright. Chris, do you feel a little better now?
Yep.
Don't let anybody get you down. You keep shining bright, Chris. And on that side, right underneath the railroad tracks, there's a huge tube coming out. And we'll probably get a better view of it over here, I'm sure, where water is released. No? Just like a little tunnel under the railroad tracks. No way over there right now. That's what it is. Water flows through that, I can see. From the canal, the water flows through that. Interesting. Chris, guess what I see?
Another lock.
It looks like it, right?
Uh-huh.
You see the stone? Way up there?
Yep, I see it.
Well, let's get up there farther and see. But it looks like that's what it could be. And we're still kind of far away, but it really does look like a remnant of another lock. But we'll find out. The last lock we did was back the opposite way, was lock number 23, when they had the restored lock tender's house. We have that video too, the Lehigh Canal and lock number 23 with the lock tender's house. But So, but this does. It looks like the same kind of stone. We'll be up there in a minute. We'll let you know. The view of those beautiful mountains, too. And I don't have a map of the Lehigh Canal, so I don't know what lock number that is. I'm gonna have to see if I can obtain a map. But that's definitely the remnants of another lock. Yep, definitely remnants of another lock, only I don't know which number this is. Let's go up on the top of the hill here and see if we can see it better. Better view of it. Oh, I can get right to the edge without falling in. Give me a minute. I want to get as close as I can and let you see down. Yeah, this is definitely remnants of another lock. Wish I knew what lock number it was. I gotta get a map of the Lehigh Canal if one exists. Let's go down a little farther and see if we can get even a better picture. Alright, we're just walking down and trying to get better view of this lock. And I would say that it's in pretty good condition, fairly good. I've seen better, I've seen worse. Now this is what happiness is in the morning. Not just the jelly sandwich. It's finding these things.
Well, this is pretty. I like this in some fairly good condition.
Yeah, it is, Chris. So let's go down here even farther. I'm just gonna take my time. We're walking right on the edge, so I don't want to fall in. Let's see if I can swing over. You can see the water coming in through that tube that they put in there. And you can see the old bolt and nuts right there. One over there. Oh, and there's more right here where some of it's collapsed. You can see the rocks fall, that's collapsed. And here was some of the rods and stuff that were in it to keep it together. Wow. Like I said, I'm walking right at the very, very edge right here, so I don't want to fall in. That is gorgeous. Hey, look at this. The canal where that tube went in under this like bridge. Oh boy, now we can look down the whole thing. Gorgeous. Yep, this is what happiness is in the morning. Forget the jelly sandwich. Chris, this was worth that walk this morning.
Surely was.
Wow. This is what happiness is. Not your ham sandwich, not my jelly sandwich.
Yep.
This. And you can see right there, that's where some of it's caved in. Let me see, right here. All these rocks. Let me get over here a little bit more. You can see how it caved in. And that's where I was, right on the edge there. Right where all those rocks caved in. Wow. Gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Well worth it. And you know what? In the spring or the summer, sitting right here on this ledge, looking down here at this lock, eating my jelly sandwich. Now, Now you can't get any better than that. Well, that was definitely the highlight of my morning. I know it wouldn't be for a lot of people, but for me, that was gorgeous. And I think they're doing a little work over here, because there's a truck over there. Yep, there's a digger. I don't know the real name of this thing. I guess call it a digger. But I don't know what those metal things are. Are they part of railroad tracks, or? Yep, that's a digger. No, they're not part of railroad tracks. Looks like part of girders to a bridge or something. Oh, what do I know? Chris, did you expect to see that this morning?
That was kind of neat, wasn't it?
That was neat, boy. I'm glad I got that on video, that my camera was rolling. Now after that lock, the canal seems, well, it's still here obviously, but it's not as big and as prominent right here in this section. So we're going to continue for a little ways. Chris, where'd the canal go? Where'd the river go?
I don't know.
It's over there, way over there. Here's the towpath, and the river is way over there between all that trees and all that brush. We'll catch up to it again. I hear a lot of gunfire up here. Maybe there's a shooting range, Chris. I hear it again. Maybe there's a shooting range. Because we don't have orange on. And I don't want to look like a deer or a bear. How about you?
Nope.
And even though we don't see the canal or the river right now, I can hear the river. And I know it's close. But this is gorgeous. Look at those mountains. Chris, we're getting closer to the gunfire.
Yep.
Don't make no animal sounds. Now this is to the left of us. Here's the towpath. And the canal that's over there. Let's just go over here and and way up there, way up there, you can see the Lehigh River still. And it's like an island in between the river, and then some of the water spills over here. And we still have the canal on our right. And the canal path here. In the canal. And there's a house up there. Right up on that hill. And they've got those railroad tracks, the river and the canal and the towpath to look at. They've got a gorgeous view. Well, you can see the railroad tracks closer now. Well, they've got orange on up there. That's what we needed. And look what we found. Christopher, what did we find?
We found rumblings from another lock.
Yeah, that's right. Not as impressive as the last one, but I don't care. Let's take a look at this one now. Now, there's more blocks in between all this brush. I'm going to climb up on the brush and see if I can look over it here. And there's a lot of brush and a lot of sticks in this one. But it's still here. 2 in 1 day. I'm impressed. And happy. Alright, and here's a little more of the lock right here. That you can see a little bit better, but still this one has a lot of brush on it. I'm going to go up closer so you can see some of the stonework. Magnificent. Chris, that dog's coming to see us again. Whoops! He just took a big gallant leap on me. Almost knocked me down. But he's happy. So, let's take a better look at this lock. Here. We got this thing right here. Now I'm just looking down at this lock. Yeah, another gorgeous lock. I mean, it's got a lot of brush in it. You know, it doesn't look beautiful when you see it, but I'm just so happy it's here. To me, it is beautiful. So I am very pleased today. We found two, in my opinion, gorgeous locks that are still here after all this time. Life is grand. It really is. And I'm so grateful to have these things still around. You know, every time you're near these things, or you touch them, or you're walking by them, you're walking and touching where history was. People who put a lot of hard sweat and tears into putting each block here. It's almost like you can feel their energy. And there's the bridge right there. You go over that bridge and go to the left. It'll take you up to Germansville up Mountain Road. And if you take the bridge and turn to your left a little, it'll take you back to Slatington. And if you don't go over that bridge at all and stay on the road and go straight, it takes you to Palmerton. This is really a gorgeous view here. And she's got the right idea to sit there with her earphones on, listen to some music, and take a rest. And that dog's looking at me again. So cute. But so excited at the same time. Now if he jumps on me, I'm gonna be all wet. Oh no, here he comes. Chris, here he comes. Well, he did it. Jumped on me and got me wet. Cute. I don't mind. If it made him happy, I'm happy too. Well, you can't say this wasn't a good canal walk. I went all the way down to the end. Can't go any farther. But we will continue this canal walk. We'll have to get past that area where it's blocked off, but then we'll start again. And eventually, we'll walk this whole canal too. All the way from Jim Thorpe to Easton. We kind of started in the middle. But that's alright, it doesn't matter. We'll get there one way or another. And we'll find all these locks. I'm glad I seen you and didn't step on you. You have a great day and get past this path really quick before anyone else comes. It's just gravel, but it feels like gold.
Well, this was a great day. We found two locks, and this was a great hike.
And Chris, I couldn't be happier if I was a pig in poop. And don't let anybody make you feel bad. Chris, remember, sandpaper.
I remember.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.